That you might work, aye. That you might work. That you might work, aye. That you might work, aye. That you might work, aye. That you might work. That you might work, aye. That you might work, aye. That you might work.
Hi, this is Jacques Michel.
And Jackie Michelle.
And this is the Michel Matters Podcast.
Hi.
Hey. So, this is our first one. I'm just going to give you a quick little intro into us. I'm Jacques. I'm 28. I am a construction project manager by day. And my real passion is coaching. I coach basketball at the varsity level. And I've been coaching for about 5 years at the varsity level, 4 years at the varsity level. And I've coached football too, but the school I'm at doesn't have football anymore. And I'm married to this lovely lady,
Jackie.
And it's
again
been about 4 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a little bit about myself. I really like sports. I really like music. I consider myself knowledgeable about a lot of stuff. And I dibble and dabble in a little bit of everything. So yeah, it's me.
And I am a technical designer in the apparel industry by day. But I just love anything about apparel anyway, so except for shopping. I like shopping online, but I hate shopping in stores. And after work, I typically work on my lingerie line or alterations. I also love Photoshop, so I'll do like birthday invites for people or, announcements or whatever as a creative outlet. But yeah, we love listening to podcasts. So we decided to make one.
Well, that's a little bit of the first part of this. Why are we doing a podcast?
Well, I feel like because we listen to so many podcasts, they're divided into different topics. Like you'll listen to your sports ones or like music ones. Yeah. And then I'll listen to financial podcasts or running your business. A lot of like female empowerment type podcasts or Christian based podcasts. But there are no podcasts that really fit what we are. Like a millennial, Black, Christian couple navigating through life. So I feel like we're kind of breaking a mold here.
Yeah. I already told Jackie, I don't think anybody's going to listen to this.
Yeah.
So
we're nobody. So.
Yeah. But I kind of feel like, why not? It's something that we can do together. We always talk about that, like,
we've been talking about that for years. Like, what are we gonna do?
We thought it was gonna be like business. I mean, we still could do that. Yeah. I'm a marketing major. Jackie's in fashion. I graduated from USF. Go Bulls. No. Had to represent.
Just kidding.
So yeah, I was like, this is something we could do together. We listen to a lot of other people's podcasts, and I'm like, Jackie brought it up first. I'm not even gonna lie. Jackie brought it up. I don't like the sound of my voice, so
I don't either. But I mean, I don't like the sound of my voice. I like the sound of your voice, but
of course you like the sound of my voice.
I mean, I have to hear it for the rest of my life. So, but yeah, I just feel like why not? Like it's just something fun that we could do. We talk all the time. Why not talk and get other people's feedback and reaction?
Yeah. So we definitely we plan on being a lot of like oriented with our fans, like get your feedback, get questions, because we can only talk about so much. But yeah, I'm really excited. I was nervous. I'm nervous right now. You probably won't be able to tell. I'm the shy one in the group.
I don't think so. I think I'm pretty shy.
Depends who you ask.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I'm pretty shy.
Okay.
But yeah, this is gonna be the Michel Matters Podcast.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy.
Yes.
So yeah, December was a crazy month.
Yeah, we did a lot.
I'm trying to think back and try to go in order as best I can.
We took a random trip.
It wasn't really random.
Well, it was randomly planned. Like we talked about it for a couple months
Yes.
Well, a couple weeks, and then
it just happened. So we went to DC with a couple friends. I want to say, how many of us was it?
Like 8, maybe.
8, and yeah, it was 8. Because I remember everywhere we took Ubers, and it was always 2 Ubers. So it was 8 of us.
Mm-hmm. And we did walk a couple places. Like, DC's pretty small.
We walked everywhere.
Yeah.
My wife is a foot soldier. She lived in New York for a little while.
I lived there for a year.
So when we go places, she likes to tap into her inner Brooklyn girl and walk everywhere.
I lived in Queens.
Same thing. You wore Tim's and you said...
Definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, DC was great. We got to see the first snowfall for the winter.
Overrated.
Okay, it was cold, but we're all like from Miami, so it was pretty exciting throwing snowballs at each other and stuff like that.
Yeah. DC was fun. The best part of DC was the African American Museum.
Yes, that was amazing.
And before I went, I had someone who told me, like, make sure you set out, like, a good amount of time because it's intense.
Yeah.
And I want to say we spent 4 hours there, and I don't think we scratched the surface.
Well, we did the main portion
the main
of the
museum.
But then there's, like, an athletic portion that I'm sure you would have wanted to see.
Yeah, but even the main museum, like, we kind of ran through some of that. Like, it's chronological, so it takes you from the beginning of the slave trade, all the way to Obama,
today.
pretty much. And
it's so much information.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
But it's awesome. It's made us think about, like, what's next? What are we doing now?
I already like.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
What?
My DNA results came in.
We'll take that. We'll do that later.
Yeah, we could
probably put that up while we.
Yeah, maybe for another podcast we could share that.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right, next podcast.
But yeah, it's made us think of like, okay, how did we even get here? Like,
so random.
And what are we doing?
Yeah.
Later.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Miss Random over here. But yeah, so like after going through the museum, I was like, if Black people were to have a museum, that's what it should look like.
Definitely.
Top of the line. They didn't look like they like skimped or pinched a penny anywhere. It was like dope. They had interactive stuff. Like they have rooms where you can do like confessionals.
Yeah.
And me and one of our friends did a confessional, and it was pretty cool. Like it's a place I would go back to, even if it was just for the museum. Definitely. I would go back.
Yeah. Like, and I even heard the restaurant is pretty good.
We didn't go.
But yeah, we had a really big brunch before we got
DC
there.
is dope.
Yeah, I love
DC
it.
is dope.
I'll go back.
Yeah.
Atlanta's still on my top, but DC is.
We try to travel a good amount.
We travel a lot.
I mean, I took you a few places. Huh. But
first of all, I plan like all the trips. We decide
with my money.
Together with our money.
We'll get to that another episode. Anyway.
We plan it together, right? Like we decide where to go together, but I plan pretty much everything. But and that was the Airbnbs.
Yeah.
Trip.
The thing about it is like I have ideas, you make them come true, kind of like New Orleans.
They're like my ideas too. Yeah.
New Orleans. I wanted to go to New Orleans last year.
Okay.
And
then I was like, let's go to the Essen Festival because we were here.
But we didn't even know. Yeah. That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, after DC trip, I guess the next big thing was Christmas.
Well, your brother graduated.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my brother graduated.
So, shout out to Nick.
Yeah.
Well, or should I say Eddy Rock?
Eddy Rock.
Because he's the one in our intro.
Yes. So. That's him on the intro. He's a SoundCloud rapper. You can... Oh man, I can't wait till he hears this. Yeah, so check him out. Yes. Eddy Rock on SoundCloud. I need to get paid for that promo right there.
Yes, well, I don't know, link him somewhere.
Yeah, click the link below. That's what they say on YouTube, right? So
we're not on YouTube. We could be. I don't know.
Anyway, that's not good. You're getting ahead of yourself. No one's gonna listen to this. Okay. Anyway.
Then Christmas happened.
Yeah.
And that was nice. We always do like a breakfast at my parents', and then we kind of do a tour. And then we go to your parents'.
Yeah.
We like house hop.
This year was kind of light on Christmas. Light. Especially like gifts. I mean, I don't care about gifts much.
Yeah.
I'm Haitian. My parents had gave me gifts when I was younger.
I'm Haitian. My parents did give me gifts when I was younger.
She's a different type of Haitian. We got a lot of episodes to go.
We're so different.
We're gonna get into this, but yeah. So like this year for Christmas, she got me the bevel razor. Oh, guys, if you're listening, invest in a bevel razor. Yeah, it's legit. Not the razor. She got me the trimmer. Right. She got me the razor last year. But I don't use the razor. Nice. Yeah, the razor's beautiful, but I don't really shave like that. Like I'm beard gang, trying to let it grow out. Yeah. But when I try to take myself up, look nice, the trimmer is clutch. Yes. Like I needed a haircut. I would say typically I would need a haircut by now. I taped myself up the other day. It gave my haircut some life for at least another week. Mm-hmm. So
shout out to Target.
Shout out to Bevel.
Because they carry Bevel.
Tristan Walker. I need to get paid for this promo.
And it was really good. And I have a coupon for if you get anything else. So that was good.
And what did you get?
Well, I'm getting a bag.
Oh, yeah. She's definitely getting a bag. But you got makeup. That's what it was.
I did. I got a ton of makeup. Yeah. Which I guess you sent your sister on a run.
Yeah,
for.
I mean,
so had a bunch of MAC makeup. That I'm excited. I've been using. Yeah. So
I'm not cheap, guys. It's just her birthday. Oh, her birthday's close.
And I think I'm the cheaper one. I'm frugal.
No, my wife is cheap.
But I like quality. Like I'll spend my money on quality things. But if it's like
yes, but you're cheap. Anyways,
I like having a good bank account. That's what.
So for her birthday, because it's so close, that's why I really gave her a bunch of stuff. Not a bunch, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got me shoes.
And, but the main thing was the DNA test.
Yes.
So, this girl has been asking me for a DNA test, I want to say, for the last year and a half? Yeah. 2 years?
Almost 2 years.
And this whole time, I've been adamant. It's a waste of money. It's a ripoff.
He didn't want to know, where he was from.
I'm black. I'm from Africa.
But where? Where?
How do these people know? Mm-hmm. We don't know.
Well... They do a bunch of tests and they figure it out.
So I finally broke down and I got it for her this year.
And he got his DNA results before I did.
Yeah, I actually bought 2 because it was on sale. I was like, why not? Mm-hmm. So we took the test. And I guess on the next episode, because this one finally got her results. Yes. So we'll reveal our results on the next episode. I've already told her. I know I'm West African.
I know I'm black, Nigerian. So I'm betting on it.
Anyway.
But then you had the basketball tournament.
Yes.
In
Orlando, ESPN Wild World of Sports. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing facility.
It was awesome.
Yeah. It's like they have 12 courts. There was a soccer tournament going on at the same time. A wrestling tournament. I think they had cheerleading.
I didn't see any cheerleading.
Maybe. I don't know.
They had soccer.
There was some other girls' event going on there.
Wrestling. They had girls wrestling.
And, it was good. We went 2-2. Mm-hmm. We played some good teams. Shouldn't have lost any of those games, but that's me as a coach speaking. Yeah. And we stayed in an interesting hotel. I won't go too much into it.
Let's not.
But that was a good experience. And then midway through the trip, I got a call. Mom broke her leg. I was like, oh my gosh. I won't go too far into it because it's not an embarrassing story, but
it's something we'll laugh about later.
Yeah, sure. Yes, we'll laugh about this later. Mom took an L. She broke her leg.
But as of right now, she's just the queen. In her bed and,
so
chilling in front of the TV.
We're tending to her hand and foot. Now, I'm going to tell you something about my mom. You hear a lot of mom stories later, but she lays it on thick. So, should we call her and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm here, the sick voice. But she's on bed rest, so we're waiting on her hand and foot. So she's milking this right now. She doesn't like it, but I know she's loving it at the same time.
I think she's getting used to it now.
Yeah.
She'll be like, oh, if you don't mind, can you warm this up for
Yeah. So.
Girl, you want some food.
Yeah, can you fan me? So, yeah. Shout out to moms. I hope she gets better soon. My dad. I know it's been rough on him because he's been kind of stuck at home, and he's a busybody. He likes to get out. Yeah. But anybody who has old Haitian parents, this is gonna be rough. Yeah. But yeah, I think that was a chaotic end to 2018.
Yeah, but now we're here.
And
another year, another scandal.
Oh, there's been a lot of scandals.
Yeah.
But this Me Too thing has been going out of control.
Yes, but I guess I'll pull it up. This hot topic.
So hot in her. So hot in.
So I don't know if we mentioned this before.
Who?
I mean, we're both Christians.
Yeah. Oh. We missed a lot in the intro.
No.
They'll learn.
I said that I listen to Christian podcasts and stuff. But yeah, we're both Christians and involved in our local church and everything. So this news was kind of crazy to me because I've never experienced anything like that. Like, I've never heard of anyone going through something like this. But this is the title that the Washington Post gave it. A pastor admitted a past sexual incident with a teen, saying he was deeply sorry. His congregation gave him a standing ovation. I don't know if the congregation gave a standing ovation.
I didn't watch the video.
I did watch the video, but it was like focused on the pastor.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand why he said it was a sexual incident. Like, what is a sexual incident?
I can tell you why he said it was a sexual incident.
Sexual assault is sexual assault. Like,
I can't lie.
But they did clap for him. They did. And that was before, like, the lead pastor went into the sermon.
It was a church clap or like a...
Nah, like, it sounded like everybody was clapping. Like, they're happy for him to, like, get it off his chest. But I'm just
That's
like,
tough.
It's been 20 years, bro. Like, you're still working at this place? Like, you still have a job leading the church?
That's the hard part with these scandals now. Is, okay, it's been 20 years, right? Mm-hmm. How... It's not going to go to court.
But the thing is, she mentioned it when it happened, and the church, from what I'm reading and what I've seen, kind of covered it up almost, like make it a hush-hush situation, and so she really didn't get a chance to get her story out. And also, she was a teen, so maybe, they didn't take her...
get her story out. It's not a story, it's a crime. Go to the police.
That's what I'm saying, but as a teen, you're thinking, well, this is my pastor, like, my pastor in training, because I think he was younger than...
She was 17, he was like 22.
You're still a teen.
I get it.
It's a crime. Like,
but it's not
church,
like...
You need to... The elders or whoever is taking care of this...
Go call the police. I'm sorry. Go call the police.
Exactly. But he's still working here.
No, it's a new place. I think it's a new... He's at a new church now. He left. He moved to a whole new church.
But he's still at a church? You think he still should be able to...
I'm not saying he should have been where he was.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, like, this happened 20 years ago. And, okay, for the record, I'm not victim blaming or standing up for the pastor, because he's wrong.
Because he kept saying that.
He a dog.
20 years ago. 21 years.
He a dog.
Yeah.
But 20 years ago, we were in a truck, and... I may or may not. Yeah, they were in like a car. Oh. And he asked her to perform some adult services on him. Mm-hmm. And then, he jumped out and was like, please don't tell anybody. Swear to me that you'll take this to your grave. Mm-hmm. And you went and told the church. So it's not like you held it a secret.
Right.
Why did you tell the church and not the police?
But I think that's kind of how it goes a lot of the times. Like, people, if there is a church incident, people will tell someone at church. Then they, especially as a teen, I'm trying to think of, like, putting myself in her shoes. Mm-hmm. And maybe that is the step I would take, is like go to a different pastor and let them know, hey, this is what happened to me. And you're hoping that this adult pastor or this adult, woman that you trust in your church is going to help you handle it,
Okay. But my thing is, okay, So you tell somebody, but what did she want to happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying is like, you said it then.
As an adult, if I was working at this church at the time, and this guy maybe is not a pastor yet, but he's like a pastor assistant or whatever he was, I would not let him get to that point. Like, you still gave him a job as a pastor here after this incident.
Not the same church.
20 years later.
It's not the same church.
Oh, it's not the same church?
No, it's not the same church. He went to a new church. But thing
did
is,
he tell this?
Yes, he said he told the new church what happened.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sticking up for dude.
No, I know.
I'm not sticking up for dude.
I don't like it. I feel like if I was in that audience as a church member, I would, first of all, I would not clap. And I would probably walk out. It's a little
distasteful.
I would probably walk out and I'd be like, oh, okay. It's time for a new church. I get forgiveness, grace, and everything, but if God gave you a gift, I don't
blame the congregation.
It's not their fault, but if God gave you a gift to lead his sheep, right? Mm-hmm. You took that gift for granted. You're not using it in the way that God told you to. The thing
is,
so you don't need to be in this position no more. Like,
facts.
you might need to go get an office job or
right?
something like.
So the thing is, though, is like when you read the article, what's the headline? The headline was Pastor gets standing ovation. Mm-hmm. When you see standing ovation, it's like that headline is supposed to make you be like, dang, these people are supporting him. That's what a standing ovation means.
No, yeah. And that's why I was kind of like, I don't know if the congregation actually gave him a standing ovation, but I did
even
hear
if they did
clap.
Or didn't, that's the point of the headline.
Yeah.
And it's kind of they
come. Do you defend a church member that
they coming at the church though? It's like, why would the church give him a standing ovation? The church, I don't think the church gave him a standing ovation. Even if they stood up, they weren't giving him a standing. He told the story, I'm assuming, in a way that made it sound like, maybe I cheated on my wife, or it didn't sound like he said, hey, I raped this little girl, or I raped this girl. I'm pretty sure you're not going to get the same reaction.
He was like, oh, I told this happened before he was married. Yeah. He did tell his wife about the incident, blah, blah, blah. And then he said something like, I didn't know there was unfinished business with this woman. Like, with this basically the teen at the time, who's now a woman. And I'm just like, you didn't know there was unfinished business?
I can't lie.
Like, did you go to jail?
Nah, I can't lie.
So there's unfinished business.
It's like 20 years later, my mom couldn't be like, remember that time you didn't make it? Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't see this coming.
Your mom would do that.
She would. So, he didn't. There's no way he saw this coming. There's no way he saw this coming.
Yeah, there's no way. But also,
I wouldn't call it unfinished business.
I feel like you did something that is a crime.
Facts.
And you didn't get punished as though it was a crime.
That's not his fault, though. Let's be clear.
That's not his fault, but clearly you have to know there's unfinished business.
Nah, man. I don't. How is it unfinished business if we spoke about this 20 years ago, you ain't called the police 20 years ago, and like you brought it up to the church, they brought it up to me. I can't lie, it's kind of done.
Well, then maybe that's a problem in the church.
No, I think that's a problem with the family. Why y'all didn't call the police? What y'all thought the church was going to do?
Because you don't think
even if the church kicked them out, right?
Well,
would she still come out with this story 20 years later?
But you don't feel like the church. I don't know if I'm not sure if she told her family or whatever it was.
They did, because I think they made him apologize to his mom, to her mom.
Right.
He apologized. So the family.
So you think that's it? That's like what the church is supposed to do?
But here's my thing.
I think God is a God of justice.
Okay. Even if he is, right? God is a God of justice. But was her expectation, or was she, do you think just him maybe getting kicked out the church, would that have been enough?
That would have been a start.
You think so? Because he did leave after that. He left that church after that. Mm-hmm. I mean,
I'm sure it's a lot of ways that, like,
because I don't,
churches handle things.
My thing is with a lot of these women, and I don't want to just, this was like the big thing because like we're in church and this is one of those things like we know what goes on in the church, but you would hope it doesn't. Mm-hmm. So when it comes up, it's like, man, we got to talk about this. But it's like, in all these situations, I'm sorry, I'm not defending these people at all. But the only way you can stop these people is to say something. Telling the church, that may, you may get him out of the position that he was in, but that doesn't stop him from being a predator. He could still be a predator. If you really want to make a difference, tell the police.
Yeah. Well, that's one moral of the story. Another moral of the story could be the church needs to be transparent in these things. Because I feel like if they did...
With the congregation?
With the congregation, with the elders, deacons, whoever runs the church. And really, if something is a crime, call it out for what it is.
Yeah.
Because even if her parents didn't do anything, you're supposed to be her family, really. Her spiritual family. You're supposed to look out for her. So should the church have
called the police?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. All right. I'm fine with that. If we can say the church is to blame for not calling the police on them. I'm fine with that. But to bring it up 20 years later...
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because I'm sure a lot of these women have just been dealing with it for years.
Yeah. And
seeing one person stand up can be like, oh, wow, like, I can stand up too.
Yeah.
And which is where the Me Too movement is stemming from. And people are just letting these people know, like, it's done. Like,
yeah,
we're not taking this anymore. So hopefully it will bring about, like, a new generation that will speak up and, like, take a stand for this, because it's terrible.
Yeah, it's a lot of these dudes out here that's creeps, and it's no other way to stop.
And it's one of those things, like, you hear about it in Hollywood, but when you hear about it in the church, I don't know, like, I don't like it. It leaves a salty taste in my mouth. Like, that should not be happening in all the places.
Yeah.
The church, like, nah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the hot topic of the week.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
That's rough.
Let us know what you think about that. If you heard anything different, or if you have any comments for us to educate us on this.
Like, my whole thing is, where do we go from here? Like, a lot of these stories are coming out. How do we prevent these stories from... I mean, I know this rape and sexual assault have been going on forever, but, like, what are the steps? What needs to be done now so that these stories don't have to come out 20 years from now?
Right.
And all you can do is accuse people. How do we get it to them, like, you know what? You did a crime, take them to jail.
Yeah.
Like, how do we move to that point? So.
Yeah.
Oh, any comments or questions or anything on that? Just let us know.
Yeah.
I'm on a whole new wave.
All right, so, I mean, 2018 doesn't have to start off on a depressing note.
Yeah, you got heavy on the last one.
Yes, we did. Sorry about that. Trigger warning. But, yeah, so 2018 is always, when it's the new year, there's a new time to figure out what you want to do with your year, what goals you want to accomplish. So I guess we can talk about that today, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any goals for 2018 that you want to share, or?
You want all of them? Okay. So, like, we kind of broke our goals up, I think, into categories.
Yeah. Okay. You can go first if you want.
No, I'll go. It don't matter.
Okay.
All right. So, my first goal this year, and this is not, like, in order of priority.
Right.
I just wrote this down real quick right before we started. So, my first goal is to read. Yeah. I set a goal last year. I wanted to read 6 books.
Yeah. People don't read no more.
I know. That's like, people are like, 6 books? And I'm like, I don't got no time, man.
Yeah.
I work 3 jobs. And I try to...
4-ish.
Yeah. And, like, I try to read my Bible, too. So, fitting that in with my regular reading is not always easy. So, last year I read 4 books. It's just weak. I know I can do better than that.
Yeah.
So, this year I'm back. 6 books.
Welcome back.
Yeah, you bought me a book I really wanted to read.
I did. I hope it's good.
Yeah, and it's called The Hollywood Commandments. Mm-hmm. It's written by, man, it sucks. I don't remember his name, but I know he's married to Megan Good. So,
that is sad.
Yeah, God, it's gonna come to me. Don't look it up. Don't look it up.
I'll look it up.
Anyway, so yeah, I don't even really know him like that,
Devon Franklin.
Yes, Devon Franklin.
Yeah.
So yeah, I heard him on the Breakfast Club, and that's what his interview on the Breakfast Club was like. He's not bad. I think I want to read his book, because most of the books I read are like sports books, to be honest.
Right.
I like reading about leadership and
coaching.
Yeah, but I mostly like to read about leadership. I don't know. I'm fascinated with that topic and just different ways people get to success. Like I read Outliers, and I thought that was an amazing book. But the Devon Franklin book, Hollywood Commandments, I'm not even sure how it would apply to my life because he's mostly talking about life in Hollywood. But some of the things he said on the interview, I was like, man, if the book is full of like gems like that, like I gotta read it because he spoke about one thing, discipline, and that's my second goal for the year. So it's a little segue. He spoke about discipline, and the thing that got me here was like, I think Charlamagne asked him like, how were you so disciplined in being celibate? You know, you work in Hollywood, and he's like, it's a lot of dudes that, you know, couldn't be that strong in that environment. And he was like, he doesn't want God to tell him, like, I only used you this much because you were undisciplined, and how much farther or how much more he could do in your life if you just instill discipline. I was like, I can't lie, man, that's like the story of my life. Like, I feel like if I was disciplined in certain areas of my life, like, in my mind, I won't say them all out loud, but I'm like, I could be way farther than where I am right now in life if I was just a little bit more disciplined. And I don't want that to be considered like a stain on my quote-unquote resume.
Right. With,
you know, Jocks wasn't disciplined, so I could only use him so much. So, yeah, I think that's a major goal for me this year is to be disciplined.
That's good.
And my third goal, which is very important, is I want to be intentional in my relationships. So if anybody knows me or is cool with me, I probably never call you. If you text me, I can't help it. I don't know why. Yeah. I might text you back.
Nah, I'm like that too sometimes.
Yeah, and it's like, but you're way better than me.
Oh, thanks.
Anyway. But yeah, so I really want to be intentional. Like, I want to call certain people, like, in my mind. So I have this feature on my phone, in my text app, where I can schedule a text. So, like, if I think about somebody, even if it's at a weird time of day, I'll be like, I want to text so-and-so. I'll type the text. I'll schedule, like, yo, send it to them tomorrow at, 11 a.m.
Why don't you just press send, though?
And no, because what if it's weird? Like, what if it's a late...
What if it's, like, at, 4 in the morning?
So I don't want to do that. So I'll schedule the text just so I don't forget. Because it's one of those things, it's like, man, I was just thinking about so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I would have just texted them when I thought about them, that would have eliminated that, regret or that misstep. And then it was, one of the things, too, is being intentional. And in that same vein, like, a lot of times people say, oh, I'm going to pray for you. And this is something I was starting to do last year, but I want to do it more this year. It's like, when I tell somebody that I want to pray for them, I want to actually do it.
Right.
So even if I don't do it with them at the moment, I want to write it down. It's like, yo, for sure in my prayer time, I want to pray for this person.
Yeah.
So those are like my 3 main goals. I got a lot more. I'll see how far Jackie goes, and maybe I'll jump back in and say some of my other goals.
Okay.
But oh no, she sounds like she's not ready. So
no, I'm ready.
You are?
But I mean, you talking, so just keep going.
But yeah, I just don't want to be too long-winded with some of these. But I'll give like some basics of my other ones. Like, so for like work, this year I want to be more organized.
Yeah, you have a lot going on.
Yeah, I'm starting a new job.
Yeah.
It depends on when you listen to this on Monday.
Congrats.
So yeah. It's going to be interesting. So at my new job, I want to be more organized, like be on top of my emails, use my planner. You bought me a planner. I think I'm ready for a new one already. I really like the one you have. It's
the
big.
One?
Yeah, I low-key like that.
Oh, what are you going to carry it in?
Huh? I don't know. I need to boss my life up. I need to get a real...
briefcase?
Yeah, I need to boss my life up.
You're like a 40-year-old man now.
I don't know, man. I gotta stand out here.
Okay.
But it's just a thought. I don't know if I want to be better at using the small one before I move to the big one. Because the plan I have now is like a regular little small planner, but Jackie has like 11 by 17.
Yeah, it's huge.
So,
and there's like different sections where I can like plan out, personal life things, business things. It's like awesome.
And like, I'm not sure if I'm there yet, because I kind of like using my phone a lot too. So I kind of like having things in my phone. But whatever, I'll figure it all out. But I definitely want to be more organized this year. So I'm going to start with writing more, like writing things down. Because at my old job, I wrote nothing down. I hate sticky notes. Everyone's like, I hate sticky notes. It's the worst thing I see on somebody's desk. I just see a whole bunch of sticky notes.
That's terrible.
It's trash. It's one of my favorite words.
Oh
Trash.
You're going to hear that a lot.
But yeah. And I kind of want to get some certifications at work. We'll see, because they cost money. But, trying to step my game up, get my coin up, get some of these certs. And then I have a couple of, like, miscellaneous goals. If you hear my phone go off, or if you hear a phone go off, it was Jackie's.
No, it was not.
Anyway, if I have some miscellaneous goals, so one of them, I want to plan some dates this year. I'm really bad at that. My wife plans every date we go on.
Not really. Like, sometimes you'll be like, oh, we should try this place out.
Yeah, but that's light work. Like, sometimes you'll do stuff. Like, we're going to the ice cream museum.
Right.
In a week.
Yeah, this weekend.
Yeah, it's in Miami right now. For anybody listening, if you hear this in time, check it out. What is it called?
The ice cream museum?
Yeah, anyway.
Museum of ice cream? I don't know.
So,
something like that.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good date night.
Yeah.
She came up with that one. And I saw it. I saw the thing. I was like, I didn't think nothing of it. You came home. Oh, you want to go to the Miami ice cream? I was like, dang it. I should have said it first. Like, so that's another one. She got on me. But, yeah. And even, like, I remember one time I was like, this came up and I was like, I can't think of no good dates. And then she was like, you could easily just ask me to go such and such. And I was like, that's a great idea. I was like,
I don't remember that.
I could tell you exactly what. You told me to take you shooting. You're like, why don't you just take me shooting? I was like,
yeah, that's going to be fun.
Why didn't I come up with that? So it's like, it's not my thing, but I don't want it to keep not being my thing. We have like
a date night jar that we have never used.
We've never used. So.
Yeah, so maybe we could use it this year.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's one of my goals. And this is going to be a rough one. I low-key want to make new friends.
What?
All right, Pete. No, you got to listen. So when I wrote it down, make new friends with question marks. Because I'm not sure. I don't force, bro. I don't force.
What is your hesitation? Because, okay.
I got friends.
You have to understand. Jox's friends have been in his life.
Yes.
Literally since, like.
That's what friends are. Stop
since,
making
like,
that face.
I don't know. First grade? Like, I don't even know.
Some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've known them for a long time.
Yeah.
And those are, like, your core. And, like, I have my core girlfriends, but I have different friends for different things.
But that's because you're friendly, bro. You just go anywhere and make friends.
Yeah, but not everybody is my friend. Like, you can go out with people and, like, just get to know people. They don't have to be your friend. They could just be your coworker.
Yeah.
Like,
anyway.
But, yeah.
So, yeah, I don't want to go on forever. Yeah.
I didn't think that would be your goal.
Okay, so I thought about this, the other day. And the thing with, like, New Year's, like, oh, I have to make New Year's goals on January 1st. Like, I think of new goals, like, all the time.
Yeah.
So that came to my mind the other day because we were at church. And I saw someone, and I was like, I should go talk to them. And I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm hanging with my people. So, and I was like, dang it, man. I was like, I think I should make new friends. Not new friends. Let me not say that. More friends. Be more friendly.
Be more open.
Because the thing about me, people are like, what do you mean, Jox? You know, I'm nice. I'm not friendly.
You are nice.
I make that distinction all the time. I'm just nice. I'm not friendly. Like,
I guess, yeah, I could see that.
Like, I talk, like, if we're in a situation where we have to deal with each other, you can be like, man, Jox is a real cool dude. But, like, I won't talk to you after that probably. Like, I made the best of a situation that we're in.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it is what it is. But I think I want to be more friendly. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you look real confused about this.
That's what I said. I put question marks.
Okay.
I'm gonna give people a chance this year.
Okay.
2018, I'm gonna give y'all a chance, man.
All right.
You know,
We'll see.
send me a friend request. You can follow me
Maybe not.
at Coach Jocks, but we'll do that later. But yeah, get into yours.
Okay. I have mine kind of separated by like, you know, like life, business, and fun. So, in life, I definitely want to be on time. We have a problem here.
We? All right, fine. I'll let you finish. Go ahead.
We are late to everything. So, like, one of us can be ready.
Hold on.
Everything.
Okay, go
everything.
Ahead. Finish.
One of us could be ready, and the other person is like, okay, sometimes the other person is me. Like, I'll have to do my makeup or whatever, or like find the right outfit to wear. That's always hard, especially like on Sunday mornings. I'm just like, I usually end up wearing jeans and like a top because first of all, it's comfortable, and like, who do I need to impress, right? So, and it's quick and easy. But yeah, I want to be on time to work, to parties, especially in Miami. It's like a culture here. The party starts at 10, but you don't really get there till like 12. Or even if it's a baby shower or a wedding shower, it could start at 2 and you don't get there till 6. Like, it's a mess. So I just want to start being on time. And if I'm the first person there, that's okay. Like, I'm on time.
Okay, wait. So on time, right?
On time. Like, not if it starts at 6, get there at 5:45.
For sure.
Like, I'm there at 6.
Okay.
I'll give myself a 5-minute buffer, but...
So, if you had to put it... Is it a we don't do things on time?
We don't do things
Okay, so it's
time.
A we thing. So
we
you're
don't.
not... Okay. I thought we were
but
pointing fingers.
But also myself. Like,
okay.
I want to be on time to work.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Or, like...
Because, like, I'm not late to work.
Fashion functions that I need to go to.
This always happens when we have to go somewhere together.
We're never on time.
Yes, when we have to do something together.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It's a problem.
Goals. Let's work on it. Goals. All right, go ahead. My bad.
I also want to dress the part I have here. I just turned 28, and I just feel like I need to dress, a certain way.
I feel like you say this every year.
Really?
The last 2 years, yeah.
No, I didn't say this last year, did I?
You did.
Or unless
I've heard this before.
Maybe it started last year.
Yeah, fine.
But yeah, I've been wearing makeup more often, except for like Saturdays, because that's when I do my facial.
Even though I like you bare face, naked
it
face.
ain't about you though. But yeah, but yeah. So I want to dress up. So a couple of days at work, I'll wear heels. Make sure my hair is right, and all of that stuff. So I just want to dress as though I'm going somewhere. A major goal too is just consistency with my prayer life and with my relationship with God. Just making sure like I always do it. Like there are sometimes weeks will go by, like confession, weeks will go by and I'm just like, I don't feel it. Like I don't feel like doing that.
Yeah.
So I'm not. But yeah, I just want to make sure I stay grounded in that. Fun fact, I've been playing the piano since I was 8.
Oh, the piano. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, but we don't have a piano in this house. The piano is still in my parents' house.
We don't need a piano.
Which I have left when we moved here.
4 years ago.
4 years ago.
And she wants it now.
So sometimes when I go to my parents, I visit them once a week. And I'll play the piano. Like, I don't want to lose that gift. I'm not going to join a band. I'm not going to play at church. But I still want to know and remember how to play. So I'm going to do that.
We have no space in this house.
We do.
And she wants to bring a piano.
We're going to move some things in the living room.
Okay.
I could do it today.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We're bringing the piano. I told my mom I'm coming for it this week.
Let's see how you get it here. Okay.
So, you have friends with trucks. Work it out. But yeah, then I want to be consistent in like working out. I have a certain amount of pounds that I want to lose by March 1st. I don't know why March 1st, but I just feel like, why not? I've already lost 2. So let's just keep going.
Kill it. Slay.
Yep. And I wanna get more sleep. I feel like we don't sleep in this house.
See, the thing about the sleep thing, it just hurts me because you sleep so much more than me already.
Yeah.
So the fact that you want more sleep.
It's just because you start work early.
Yeah.
But we'll sleep at the same time, and then I'll get like an hour more than you. That's it.
But an hour a day, 5 days a week.
Okay.
That thing add up, bro.
Yeah, but when you're only sleeping for 5 hours a night.
Yeah. So how many am I sleeping?
4, but that's your problem.
All right, you see what I'm saying?
But, we need to sleep. I think we hustle a lot here, but we need to remember that we need to, take care of ourselves in order to do that. So that's one of them. And just like what you said, be intentional with my relationships.
Yeah.
I want to be a good sister. Like me and Judy just went out the other night. And that was
That's
fun.
your sister, but that's not your sister.
That's
but
my
go
sister.
ahead. Okay. That's my sister, guys.
So just
and
for the record,
been trying to claim my sister.
Sometimes we'll say sister and brother, or at least I will. I don't do that whole sister-in-law, brother-in-law stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
weird.
like at this point, I call your parents mom and dad.
I mean, I would have said my brother-in-law, but I was like, Jackie brother.
Yeah, but I don't do that. So.
Yeah. But that's because
that's
you've
my
been...
sister. I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Even
now.
when we broke up, that's another story.
Oh, yeah.
That's when
we got,
she would
really
still
close.
hang out with my sister. That's weird.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew I couldn't trust my sister anymore.
It is what it is. But yeah, I wanna be a good sister and daughter and best friend. Talk to my friends more. Call them more often. Life is busy now. I feel like people have kids. We have jobs. So yeah, we wanna stay in touch. But that's in the life section. Yeah. And then as far as business, as far as for us.
Did you tell them the name of the business?
Oh, yeah. So my lingerie line is called Bear Reverie.
That's BARE. Yeah, my bad.
REVERIE. Bear Reverie.
I had a suspect private school education. Go ahead. No, I'm just
Wow.
playing. No, shout out to my old high school.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the name. I just say shout out to my old high school.
But yeah, so I want to make sure that every week I'm working on it, for real.
Yeah.
And I also do alterations. So far the year has been going really good. Yeah. I don't know if it's wedding season, but these bridesmaids and brides have been hitting me up.
If you need something altered, let us know.
Yeah, let us know, huh?
Yeah. No, this is my joint account, baby. Joint accounts. Let us know.
But yeah, so yeah, it's been good so far. January is always, I feel like, pretty good as far as business wise. And for us, I want us to double our net worth. I feel like we can do that.
Don't tell nobody how much we make.
I mean, I'm not gonna do all that, but it's looking good. But I feel like we could double it.
Yeah.
And I do want to attend a workshop. Could be local. Could be out of town. Doesn't matter. But I do want to meet more professionals in the field that I'm in.
Yeah.
Or anybody that's starting a business. Yeah, and I might sell at a market this year. Okay. So look out for that. There's a lot of markets happening in South Florida now. In Wynwood or in, anywhere really. So
I'm hyped for that. I kind of want to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see that happen. And then of course date nights. So the fun stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe every month. I feel like we have.
We try.
Yeah, I mean we do.
But we haven't been
It's not consistent. It's kind of whenever we feel like it.
My thing is, it's just me. I don't want all of our dates to be we tried a new restaurant. I low-key want to do different stuff this year. Yeah. Because, date night is, we spend time together. If it's over good food, it's a plus. Right. But I feel like that's a lazy date. Yeah. That's just dinner. It's not a date. Right. So
that's the thing. It's we do dinner or we'll, Netflix and chill or whatever. or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like you said, shooting range would be fun.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sure if I trust you with a gun yet.
Why?
Huh? It depends how you feel about me that day. I can make sure I stay in your good graces before I have an accident at the shooting range.
And I don't really, usually around January, we have like trips lined up that we want to do in the year. Mm-hmm. But I have nothing. Like, there's nothing in my mind that like I want to travel to except for around the country. I want to see more of the United States.
Yeah.
I feel like we always go out of the country.
That was 2 times in 2 years.
No, last year we went to Jamaica, Mexico, Haiti.
All at once. That was a cruise. Don't think we balling like that.
Right.
That was all
like
at once.
We on a budget, we balling on a budget.
Yeah.
The year before we went to France because my sister lives there. We went to the Bahamas.
That was 3 years. Like,
but we always
usually
go
I get one passport stamp a year. Yeah, we get one passport stamp a year. That's it. Everything else be local.
Yeah, I want to explore more of Florida.
Yeah.
And like the country.
New job, new vacation requirements. So we'll see how it goes this year.
Right. Yeah, but if we visit America, then it could just be like a weekend trip. So you don't really need America. So we don't really need to like, plan in advance. Like, you need to take the whole week off. Like, no. And I do want to plan a group trip.
Yeah. So we have like a group of, roughly like.
We could plan our anniversary. Like we could stay in America and then plan a nice out of the country trip for a 5-year anniversary.
With everybody?
For us.
Oh, just for us. Oh. No, I was going to describe the group. So.
Oh, yeah, the group.
We have like, I want to say it's a group of about 14, 15 people that we hang. Yeah, it's about that many now. Yeah. And we're just, like, most of us met here, but, like, we all kind of linked in college. That's where most of us kind of linked. And we try to do a lot of stuff together when we can, but it's just crazy now because, some people got kids. Yeah. Some people got more kids than others. And just trying to schedule everybody all at once is crazy. Yeah. But I love our group trips. Like, that one time we went to Orlando. And we just rented a big house. That was like the first trip. Yeah. Kind of. There were like mini trips in college and stuff. But that was like our first like adult trip when we had some little money. Little young professional money. Yeah. Like out of college jobs and stuff. Like if we can do another one of those, we're like, alright, that would be dope. Yeah. I want to go camping. Alright, so next topic. Because I ain't going camping. I can tell you that right now. Okay. Well, we're going camping. We'll figure out something. Yeah. I think that's our goals. Yeah. Okay. Let us know if you have any goals that you're willing to share. Any questions about our goals? What's the Twitter? I don't think we ever gave. Do we have a Twitter? We have our personal Twitters. Yeah, we'll put our personal Twitters out. We do have an email. And a hashtag. We'll probably link it somewhere. It'll be in the description. Yeah, in the description. Yeah. Oh, man, we're like official YouTube, social media, whatever. Definitely people. Not. We're going to have like 2 listeners. No one's going to listen to this anyway. Okay, so I think that's it for goals. Just might run up on your main, tell me what's your name, you moved here for college, okay, tell me what's your major. I remember when we used to ride on the weekdays, hit the drive-ins and stay out. All right, so let's move on to listener matters. I'm looking at one of our questions here. Yeah, this is the part where you guys can interact. Yes. And help us out here. We're going to take questions. It could be about pretty much anything. I had to preface that when I sent out the text for questions. So yeah, if pretty much anything you can think of, like regarding, it could be about us personally, our relationships. Yeah, your relationships. Yeah, we're not experts, but we've been together for a while. So any advice? A while. We've been through a couple things. Like almost half our lives. Yeah. Yeah. God. Damn. So yeah. Yeah. Money questions, marriage questions, work. Yeah, you can submit them at michelmatters@gmail.com. Yeah. If you don't want us to say your name, you can be clear. Request that, please. So how can you can either, if you know us, text us, or if you want to send them on Twitter, or we have an email, michelmatters
I just said that.
Oh, you did? Oh, my bad. Anyway, disregard.
But yeah, let's just do it through email because I feel like let's just put them all in one place.
Yeah, we'll see. I know I'll get some through text anyway. People.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, text is true.
So we have 2 questions we're going to do today. We have another question, but I think it deserves more time. So
yeah, we'll probably
we'll save
dedicate
it for
a whole episode.
Yeah, that might be the next episode.
Yeah.
It was a good question.
Our anniversary is next week. So.
Oh, snap. So yeah.
Okay, so here's one. I've heard from my past colleagues that when they submitted their 2 weeks to my supervisor, he said you can just leave now and kind of got an attitude and felt away. So he basically implied that the 2 weeks notice is not necessary and just told them to leave. When it's my turn to leave, should I give my 2 weeks notice or should I just go to him on my last day and say, hey, today's my last day? So, okay. I mean, they don't have a name.
Yeah.
We'll just call... You
want to go or you want me to do this one?
You can go first. I mean, we can both. Okay.
Share. I guess I have the most recent experience. Mm-hmm. I gave my 2 week notice last week.
Yeah.
I guess a little backstory. I've been at this company for 5.5 years. It's my first real job, and yeah, I got a couple job offers, and I just recently accepted one, and I gave my 2 week notice to my boss. I waited to the end of the day to do it, right. So that after I tell him I could just leave, we don't got to see each other.
It's not awkward.
Yeah. Keep it professional. So yeah, my feeling on 2 week notices, it depends. It depends.
I have a different response.
Huh?
I have a different response.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. I mean, me personally is like, because I've seen it go a lot of ways. Some people tell you, it's the respectful thing to do, and but I also see it sometimes. I mean, it depends on what the work situation is. So say like I have a work situation where they would have wanted me to start the next day if I could. But due to, I guess, at my job I kind of run the department. So I knew if I left the next day, it would really hurt the company. And that's just not my MO.
Right.
But in like my case, I work in a department that probably in the next month or 2 is going to get shut down. There's no real like exit strategy for the labor workers that don't work in the office. Mm-hmm. So in my opinion, if you had a job that told you they needed you to start right away, and that's all you had, you go ahead and you quit. Mm-hmm. Because the job you're at now would have fired you without notice. They wouldn't give you 2 weeks notice that they're going to let you go. They would just let you go. So
right. It
depends. But me personally, if you can do it, do it. If it's an option, if the job you're going to knows, hey, let them know I'm going to give my 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Give the 2 weeks because it's the respectful thing to do.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's mandatory.
It's not. I'll go. I think I've actually been in this situation where of your coworker. It was in New York. Mm-hmm. I had this job. Actually, I really hated this job. But I was only there for like a few months, and it was, paying my bills and everything. But I knew I received a job offer back in South Florida, so I knew I was moving back. But I gave a 2 week notice, and he was just like, all right, cool.
Get up out of here.
Yeah, you don't need to come in. Like, they do feel a way, I guess. But, I think it's the professional thing to do. I think you need to, before you give your 2 week notice, if you know that that's the kind of thing that happens at your company, make sure that you have, something saved up for, because if you told this new job you have lined up, like you're only starting in 2 weeks, what are you going to do in those 2 weeks for money? So make sure you have the budget for groceries ready for the next, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Like, make sure you have the budget for your groceries, whatever bills come up in those 2 weeks, so that even if they do tell you, like, you can just go ahead and pack your box, you're good. Like, you're just like, all right, well, I'm gonna be chilling for the next 2 weeks.
I had a coworker. He kind of always like kept his desk kind of, you know, pretty
light.
clean. Yeah, keep it light because you never know, man.
Yeah.
When it's time to tell you to go, make sure, you know, you have as little stuff you need to take home as possible.
Yeah. But I would definitely always give a 2-week notice. Even if your job is petty like this, like, just make sure you want to save face because, you know, you are who you are. Like, you'll have your name to keep up. And that's not to say, like, you'll always need a recommendation from these people. Like, a lot of the times people don't even ask for recommendations anymore. Yeah. But, you know, you don't want to leave a sour taste in anybody's mouth. Like, you just want to keep your head and your name clear of all of that. So, good luck. Make sure you stack your coin. I mean, because,
you should stack your coin anyway. You should always be ready.
Always be ready, but especially when you work with people like this.
Yeah.
So, you want to take another question?
Yeah, we have one more question. Someone sent this to me. And it's, how do you manage time for each other with such busy work schedules? A little bit into kind of a rough estimate of my work schedule. So it only really gets hectic during basketball season.
Oh, man. It's rough.
Basketball season is a whole nother animal because we have practices, we have games. Yeah. And the thing about coaching, because I'm saying just during basketball season, it's crazy even outside because it never really stops. Yeah. We play spring league, summer league, fall league. Yeah. The season's during winter. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not as hectic during those other times of year, but basketball season is rough. So I typically start work at 7. Depending on how disciplined I am, I wake up at this is the ideal day. So I wake up
pretty early, bro.
Yeah, right. I wake up. I haven't done this in a while, so don't make any comments. I want to wake up at 4:30, right?
I feel like you'd be waking up at 4:30.
Nah, not all the time.
It seems like 4:30 to me. I'm like, why is the light on?
I try to wake up at 4:30, read my Bible. That's the morning reading. Mm-hmm. And then if I can, work out. Discipline, right? So anyway. So then I go to work at 7. I get off roughly around 4:30. And then I go to practice. Practice can go from about 6 to 8. Mm-hmm. Then I have to wait for these bad little kids to go home. And then I probably get home 8:30, 9 o'clock, kind of pretty much. Yeah. And when I get home, my wife's probably been home for a while. Give me a little rough of your schedule.
Yeah. Basketball season, I make it a point to, like, I always meal prep, first of all. That's, like, one of my main responsibilities in this house. Like, I take control of what we eat. So I make sure during basketball season that the food I cook is real simple. Yeah. Or, like, just ready to, as soon as we get home, we can warm it up. We can have dinner. Because, like, I never grew up eating dinner with my family. Like,
it's just weird.
We just ate in front of the TV, or you go to your room, knock yourself up, and you eat your food. I would just eat, like, a bowl of cereal. But I want, better. Mm-hmm. So we always try to make sure we have dinner together, even if it's just, like, a salad. But, yeah, so that's one thing I make sure to prepare. And I usually do that over the weekend, like maybe a Sunday. Like, even right now, I have chicken in the oven that I hope is done by the time we're done with this. But, so my day, I see a light come on around 4:30, and I get annoyed. But, yeah, I try to wake up at, like, 5:30. It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah. Because you're knocked out when
I'm knocked out. There's just some days I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so tired. Especially during basketball season. But I try to wake up at 5:30. Get a little workout in, like at least 30 minutes. Read my Bible. Mm-hmm. Usually I read my Bible while I'm like eating breakfast, or if I eat breakfast at home, or I'll like worship while I'm cooking something so I can eat it in the car. I work, I get off usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock. And then if he has practice that day, I either, sometimes I have appointments with alterations.
Yeah.
That I have to meet people at sometimes.
I don't know what you do when I'm in practice. This is a good time.
Yeah.
Go ahead, finish.
Sometimes I meet with people. Sometimes it's a day where, like, that I go visit my family.
Yeah.
Or your family, especially now with your mom.
Yeah.
Or sometimes there's things that I have to work on at home.
Mm-hmm.
Pay bills, whatever, like my lingerie line, website updates, maybe get like a Instagram up or something like that for the line, or catch up with people. Then make sure, like, I like a clean house. Make sure everything is the way that I want to come home to.
She's OCD.
I am very OCD. And get dinner started. Like, if it's, I love Trader Joe's, but they have like amazing dinners that are like healthy and frozen. During basketball season, I'm not against frozen food. Like, I love fresh food.
We definitely thug it out during basketball season.
Yeah.
So, I guess.
So by the time 9 o'clock hits, everything is ready. We eat. He can take a shower. I'm ready for bed. We'll like maybe catch a show that we like to watch. Talk a little bit and fall asleep.
Yeah. So how do we manage that time? I think it's a work in progress. I can say that.
But I think this year has been the best.
It's been way better.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like we starting to find our rhythm in this whole thing. Like, one of the things I think that's really helped is, okay, you definitely come to all the home games.
Yes.
So.
Oh my gosh. Every other season, I would try to go to like every game. Home game, away game. It could be in like.
I think it wore you out.
Timbuktu, and I'm there. Like, but now this year, I'm like, nah, we have too many things to do. So I just stick to home games.
Yeah. And I think the best thing that we've been doing is, I don't know, I feel like this year we know weekdays have been rough, like during the season. I get home at 9, so maybe we'll catch like an episode of something, or we'll talk during dinner. Like, we do that. That's one of the things. We eat. And we
that's
talk
one of those
we
things
eat.
that keeps us during the season, like making sure we just keep up with each other. But it's just making sure, like, during the day, if you have things that you need to get done, you do that. Like, I take advantage of my lunch breaks, my drive to work, drive from work, any, like, extra activities I need to do. I make sure I do that and get it out the way so that by 9 o'clock or even 7 o'clock, I don't have to worry about it anymore.
And I think we more so is like, it's maximizing the time, right? So we'll watch something, and then like Saturdays. So we know Saturdays are typically hectic too around here. Not as much now, but they get hectic. We do this Saturday walk.
Oh yeah.
We walk in the morning together, and it's multifaceted. Like, it's exercise, but at the same time, it's like it's our time alone. We can just talk about different things that have been going on. We get some fresh air. Yeah. We've explored different parts of our neighborhood. Yeah. We
just found some random alley that led to the canal by our house.
So I think it's not so much, I don't think we spend more time together than we did before. I think it's maybe more quality time. Yeah. Hopefully the podcast helps.
Yeah. I like it.
So I think maybe that's what it is. I guess to the question is, maybe taking the time that you have together and just maximizing it into something that you two enjoy together.
On like a weekly basis or a daily basis.
Because weekdays are a mess. Yeah. And you got to pick your spot and go ahead, because I really, if we didn't plan things, I don't know when things would happen with us.
We have a calendar on our fridge.
The calendar.
Yeah, that kind of started about a year ago.
Yeah, but it helps. I think it helps.
We have all the dates of every game on there.
Yeah.
Every type of wedding that's happening on there, any trip that's happening is all on the calendar. So if you have a question, you can just go to the calendar. Like, what's happening today? There it is.
And I think we've been married 4 years now, so we're learning each other.
Yeah.
and our schedules are starting. Like in the beginning, when we first started, I remember I thought you wanted me to quit coaching because you just seem so like, why are you getting home so late? Why does practice take so long? Why do you have to practice every day?
That's how I sound?
Huh?
That's
what?
how I sound? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like...
It was just a lot. I think it was just so much.
I think I read it somewhere. It's hard. What's harder than being a coach is being a wife to a coach. Because our schedules are crazy. And it doesn't always make sense if you don't understand exactly what's going on.
Yeah. Or even like the tournament. Like
yeah, you came to that.
Yeah, I came and it was the head coach and then you and the head coach's wife, their 2 kids, and me. So it was kind of like we were all there, and that was great. I think that was good.
Hopefully, we should ask people for permission to say their names. So we can stop saying head coach's wife. Yeah. Because these people are probably going to come up in our podcast a lot.
Yeah, they might even be a guest. Who knows?
Oh, we'll see. Oh.
But yeah, take into consideration, it's just us. We don't have a dog,
no
a
kids,
cat, a kid. We have a fish.
So we're probably gonna have to, once those things happen, recalibrate, learn each other's rhythm again.
Be a little easier, for us to manage just the 2 of us, than like for the head coach to manage, his wife and his kids and
his little army.
Right. So, so that does make it a little easier. But the calendar, making sure we set out time with each other, getting anything extra that we have to do personally out the way beforehand is really helpful.
Yeah. So I think the main answer to that is planning. Maximize that time. And it takes time. It's not something you're going to get right. Because I want to say in the 4 years we've been together, we just kind of started figuring it out.
Yeah.
Cross my fingers. I hope it lasts a little longer. But yeah, we definitely finally started to figure each other out. So just be patient with it. Keep working.
Yes.
So yeah.
All right. So if you do have any questions, again, send them to michelmatters@gmail.com. And
text it to us.
Or tweet us. Josh is real into Twitter.
You already know.
So what's your Twitter?
My Twitter is @coach_jocks, JOX. That's not how you really spell my name, but that's the only thing people understand.
And don't call him Jockwez. He doesn't know
Don't do it.
My Instagram is Jackie, JACKIE, because people spell that wrong. Michelle on Instagram. And those are the 2 main ways, I guess, you could hit us
Definitely
up.
hit me on Twitter.
Yeah.
Follow me, too. Don't just send me tweets.
Okay. But yeah, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah. Hopefully next week's not as long. I hope you stayed this long to the end.
Yes. And it's not next week. It's every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. Yes. We're going to do this every 2 weeks. So yeah. I hope people listened. I didn't expect anybody to. But yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Dribble off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work. That just might work.